doing it at Cleveland Park. Remember, that's the one that's in front of Greenville Zoo. We have those two big shelters down there. Because of the facility this year, we cannot bring in a bunch of extra tables and tents. So we are going to be limited to the tables that are there. So one of the things that we've asked everyone to be there by 10:45, because one of the things that we're going to have to do is rearrange the tables. And you'll see when we get there, I've been down there to look at it, and I think it's actually going to work out kind of neat, because if you can imagine it under the shelter, I want to put the tables, if it works, I want to put the tables all around. Oh yes, I'm sorry, 11:45. Let me change that. Thank you, Allison. But it doesn't start until 1. But one of the reasons why we need to be there so early is because we're going to have to move the tables into a workable order, and that's going to take a little bit longer than it has before. Because remember, before we just had tables and we put them where we wanted to. We're not going to be able to do that, so we've got to move all these tables around. Anyway, so some of the things that we're going to have, we've had before. We're going to have the tattoos and hair painting. We're going to have a craft area, which I was thinking under one of the shelters, just to have like two long rows of tables where the kids will line up, and the crafts will be just kind of in one area. If we get there and the people who are signed up for crafts don't think that will work, then we can monitor and adjust. But we'll have, instead of, how in the past I went out and got enough supplies to do all 300 or 200 kids that were coming, and then not every kid did everything. We were left with all of this stuff. So what I did is I bought supplies for the majority of the kids, and we're just going to have a craft area, and they can come in and do all of them, or some of them, or just the ones that they want. But the crafts that we'll be doing are the handprint turkeys. I think those were really popular last year. The parents, especially the moms, really loved those. The orange and cloves, I don't know if any of you have ever made those before, or your kids have made them before, but it's literally just where they take the little oranges and they put cloves in them and they wrap them up, and you can hang them up in your house and they smell really nice. We have little Thanksgiving hats that they can color and make, picture frames that they can decorate, and then we have fall slime to make this year instead of ocean slime like we did in the spring. And Debbie, I ordered actual real fabric softener. No, not fabric softener. Liquid starch. So we have the real stuff this time. I ordered it from Amazon. Not fabric softener like I bought last time. We're going to have the photo booth again this year. Jenny is going to be providing that for us. And you guys remember from graduation, like the really sparkly, cool background. We'll have that, and she'll be taking pictures for us. Kathy is doing an art table. We'll have t-shirts there. We're doing the soda toss again. The next one is a donut dash. I don't know if you guys have ever seen kids do this, but they get powdered donuts and hang them from, I have a pole that they're going to hang them from, and they have to put their hands behind their back and try to eat the donut while it's hanging from a string. So that's the donut dash. We'll have popcorn and apple cider again this year. We'll have the big Jenga out that we bought for the spring. And then we have a veterans table that we're going to set up with, it's called Operation Gratitude. If you want to know more about that, they have a website, but we have the instructions for the kids. Jenny printed it out really big so that we can set it up so they know what they're doing and why they're doing it. And they'll be writing letters, and we've got all the stuff to decorate it and all of that, those good things. And then for our SCCA Spirit project, I ordered like a big turkey that you would put on your bulletin board in your classroom, and we're going to have the kids cut out their hands and then write why they're thankful for SCCA, and then we'll make the big turkey feathers out of that, and then it can be put up in the office. And then Susan has she's going to have a National Junior Honor Society table set up as well. The shelters are right there at the playground, so it's a huge area, so of course they'll be able to play on the playground. The bathrooms are right there as well, for those of you who've been there. It's all right there together, sort of at the entrance to the zoo. But one thing that we're doing differently this year is for the older kids, we're going to do something separate for them. And we really thought a lot about what we could do with them at this area and at that time, and sort of something that they might be interested in. And so what we ended up doing is sort of a scavenger hunt. And I'll show you what we came up with. We'll have a table that I'm going to have red balloons at the table. The sign-in table is the only table that we're allowed to bring in. So we will have a separate sign-in table, but I'm going to pull a picnic table and have red balloons at the picnic tables just for the 8 through 12 kids. So this is just for them. Younger kids cannot participate. So if they ask you, or if you're at the sign-in table and you're directing them to this area, it is only for kids in 8th grade through 12th grade. We're hoping to have enough that we can put them in teams to do this, at least groups of 2. But what they've got to do is go around, and they've got things they have to find and take pictures of. They have stamps. Jamie, what is that thing that you were talking about with the stamps called? I can't remember. We kind of combined several different things. Letterboxing, yeah. Where they have to use a clue, and then in our case, letterboxing, they have to go, it's kind of like you follow the clues to a specific location and there's a stamp. But for us, I just gave them a simple clue to a person, and then these people will have a stamp with them, and so they'll actually put a stamp on their ice cream. So if you notice here in the directions, it tells the kids that if it has the little help sign by it, they can ask. Oh dang! See, I knew I was going to get it wrong. I thought, I was like, there's one more U.S. history teacher, and I totally forgot. So I will change that, Sam, so that it's more just you. I'll change it. Say a male teacher, and I'll give you another with blonde hair or something. Sorry, I'm sorry. I really thought it was all girls. I'm sorry. I will fix it. But so like. Everybody, for the first one, the ice cream stamp is Kelly. The pumpkin stamp is going to be Jen Chandler, and then Sam will have the happy stamp. So if they ask you for help, you can help them with these, but there's only a few that they can get help with. And then they have riddles to solve by themselves. And I found flavored, it's cotton candy, but it's like hot chocolate flavored and vanilla cookie flavored cotton candy. So when they turn this back in, then they have a separate like reward for getting it done. And let's see. I have everything in my car pretty much, and so if we can just do what we've done before, which is I'm going to get there early. I usually get there at like 8:30, and then you can come as early as you want to. I just want to make sure I have time to get everything out since this is the first time we've had it at this location. So you can come as early as you want. Again, I'll be there probably around 8:30. And I'm going to have everything organized like I did in the spring. So all of the stuff for your station will be together in a box or in a pile, and you will come and get your stuff, and you are responsible for setting it up. I think everything will have directions if it needs it. Otherwise, it's kind of, if you're in charge of t-shirts, you organize them how it works for you and whoever is working your station with you. Let me pull, speaking of stations, I'm going to pull this link back up. Some people have already been assigned just because they weren't going to be here, or I had talked to them previously and signed them up for something. But here is the Google Doc, and you can go ahead and go there now if you want. The colors represent, like however many blocks are colored is how many people we need. So we need 10 people for crafts. So if the whole yellow box is filled up, then you need to choose something else. But if you'll choose that before you go, Jamie or Casey, do you have anything to add, or is there something that I left out that you want me to address? You can wear jeans, just need to wear your orange shirt. And I think as long as you'll go ahead and sign up, and then, just let us know that you signed up, then I think that you are good to go. Unless you have questions. Yes. you can put, Jen, if you want to do that, then then you can just be with me. Yeah, that's fine. I'll add it here. Yeah, so yes, Jen, you'll just have the stamp like in your pocket or with you, and they have to come and find you. So do whatever you want, and then that's part of the goal is to get them. They got to figure out who you are, and they got to find you, and so hopefully it will get there to be, get them involved in sort of walking around and looking at because a lot of times they go to one little area and they don't move around. So we're hoping to get them moving around through the stuff. I think 3 is good. If there's only 2 spots, I can put that back, but I think 3 will be good over there. Just because of, sometimes it's like there's no one over there and sometimes it gets busy. Sam is going to be the runner. So if we run out of things, or if you notice, like if you're at the snack station, you notice that stuff's getting low or whatever, because I tried not to overbuy. Our budget was a little bit smaller this year than it has been in the past, and so I tried to underbuy because we end up with so much extra. And so Sam can run to the store if we are running out of things. But, it could be crazy busy over there. It could be not very busy. That's okay. We'll just tell him. Hopefully he won't have to run. That's my fingers are crossed that he won't have to run anywhere. But, there's always something that we forget. But I think that we've got our bases covered. I really hope that the older kids come out because it'll be interesting to see if they do it, participate, and have fun with it.